When you walk to the edge of all the light you have and take that first step into the darkness of the unknown, you must believe one of two things will happen. There will be something solid for you to stand upon, or you will be taught to fly. That's a famous quote by Patrick Overton. Stepping into the unknown can be one of the most uncomfortable and terrifying things anyone could do. But stepping into the unknown can also be exhilarating and rewarding. The unknown is scary. It's easier to stay in our comfort zones, even when staying where we are doesn't bring joy anymore. I'd been in radio for some 15 years, on campus, talk and music radio, speaking to diverse audiences every morning. I felt that my audience and I had created something quite special together. I was earning good money and I was comfortable. But radio was already 100 years old, and no matter how creative I thought I was being, it had probably been done before. Also, radio has rules. Lots of rules. Don't talk here, don't say this, tell people the time, mention your name every 5 minutes, do the news, do the sport, the weather, give them a stupid traffic update. For someone who doesn't like rules, I was over it. What was next? With billions of smartphones becoming the ubiquitous device for connecting people globally, delivering content and building communities, I started wondering how the media businesses of the future might look, how they might feel and sound. And that was when I leapt into the unknown and started cliffcentral.com. It's a hybrid of online streaming and podcasting, and although I knew nothing about business, I suddenly discovered I was an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is a popular buzzword these days. Everyone talks it up, and as exciting as it may be, there is a lot of anxiety, fear, and frustration that comes with it. The truth is, it's much, much easier to earn a salary, get your regular increases, fulfill a job description, and budget accordingly. But it was time to take that risk and pioneer new territory, and that was more appealing than going round in circles. Podcasting, itself a combination of the words iPod and broadcasting, has its roots in the 1980s as audio blogging. It really started to catch on in the early 2000s, with the pioneers having a smattering of listeners and a few audio versions of popular shows that garnered a small share of the online audio audience. Now, in 2020, podcasting is in its stride and has grown a whopping 129,000%, according to Stitcher, in just the last 10 years. It is by far the fastest growing medium in the world, and there are over 700,000 podcasts being produced every day. 6 years ago, though, when I said the word podcast, people looked at me funny, and many thought I was mad and predicted I would fail. I wrote down their names. Cliff Central has grown from strength to strength, with podcasting becoming mainstream in South Africa. And during this coronavirus lockdown, we've seen our audiences double as people found more time to listen, chose more carefully what to listen to, and spent more time online. Joe Rogan just sold exclusivity for his podcast to Spotify for $100 million. He's been at it for 11 years, so I have 5 more to go. Then we can all meet back here and I'll pay for the party. The lockdown itself has taken us into uncharted territory, and as a terrific example, we have this TEDx event, which is arranged by the smart young people of Red Hill School, using imagination and adaptation to bring about the first ever online TEDx event. The truth is, though, that not everybody can be a maverick. Not everyone will rewrite the rules, but if you think you might be one of those people, do it. And do it now. Do it before you become a sensible adult and end up with responsibilities or get all realistic. Did you see the childlike joy on Elon Musk's face when his SpaceX rocket launched last month? That unbridled happiness came from dreams, passion, and action. Making money with PayPal was just a way to pay for his rocket. Money was never his goal. I once noticed a box on my hotel booking form labeled additional requests. So I decided to write something silly in it. If it's not too much trouble, could you build a fort out of pillows? The hotel staff actually did. Now I always put in insane requests like, I'd like a poster of Shrek on the wall opposite my bed. Or, could you pick the ugliest flower you can find and send it to the room next door to mine? Trust me, the hotel staff always love the challenge, and I get a reception like no other guest. You have to take risks, even dumb ones, because there's fun and excitement everywhere. Deepak Chopra said, "The known is the rigid patterns of past conditioning. If you want to be free, step into the unknown. The unknown is the field of all possibilities." There are powerful things that you will learn about yourself and what's possible for you. You will learn things that you wouldn't have known if you hadn't kept moving, despite the discomfort. Actually, once you take that step, staying stuck feels far worse than venturing into the unknown. So what's your unknown? What's calling you to step into it? As wise Master Yoda says in Star Wars, "Do or do not. There is no try." Jump off that cliff.